Now, many musicians would see losing the use of one hand as the end of their piano ambitions, but Freya Terrace turned it into an opportunity. She developed a technique to perform music with just her left hand. She's now become the first pianist that the Royal Schools of Music know of to achieve grade 8 using an entirely left-handed repertoire. All of that and her achievements helping make music qualifications more accessible to others. Well, let's speak now to Freya, who is fresh from your grade 8 piano exam. Congratulations, Freya. You must be feeling so happy.
Thank you. Yes, I'm absolutely thrilled.
Tell me a little bit about why you were made to just play the piano with one hand. What happened to your right hand?
So I had a sort of repetitive strain injury. I'd noticed that my hand was sore, but ignored it for about 8 months until it really got to the point where, I was struggling to pick up a pen, like I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then spent a year or two having steroid injection surgery and things like that, lots of occupational therapy. And I had a really fantastic surgeon, really fantastic occupational therapist. So I've got a lot of the use back in my hand for sort of normal day-to-day things, but unfortunately, for things like playing the piano, it didn't quite fix.
Now, most pianists spend years trying to get both hands to work together. It's a skill. What was it like effectively having to retrain yourself to just work one of those hands?
It was quite interesting. So originally when I started playing left-hand only music, I assumed that, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be doing it for. I thought maybe it was going to be a matter of a few weeks, a few months at most. So I almost built up the technique through playing, going straight into the pieces and learnt from it that way, rather than, a clean break and starting again. It was just a modified version of what I've already been doing for 10 or so years. And yeah, it was really fascinating, actually. I'm really glad I found it.
Now, Freya, I know you've recorded a very special piece for us here at The Well today, so let's have a listen to you playing the piano with one hand. I mean, that is just absolutely brilliant. It doesn't sound like you're playing with one hand. It's so impressive. Do you think that, you, appreciate that achievement more because of everything you've overcome to get to this point?
Yeah, I suppose it's been quite different, and it's nice to finally get here and be in this place, because it's been a long road. It's been a long few years, and I'm very grateful to of course the ABRSM for making this and allowing this to happen, but also my teachers and my parents, who have really, there's been a lot of encouragement over the last few years, and I'm just very grateful to see that, and I'm glad that I could do it and do it to a standard where I make them proud.
And of course, it's made, these kind of piano exams more accessible for people who may not be able to use both hands. That's important too, right?
Oh, absolutely. And even more so, I think I was really pleased to see that it was published so that you don't necessarily need to do your whole exam with one hand. It makes this repertoire less of a special competition and more accessible to everyone. You don't need to be injured. You don't need to only have one working hand to get to play these really fabulous pieces that otherwise, you would never have come across or encountered. And I think having a big global body like the ABRSM promoting that is really important.
OK, Freya Terrace, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on achieving your grade 8 and on everything that you've done so far, and the best of luck in the future for your music career.
Thank you very much.